Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.
There's a typhoon coming.
Is that right?
That's what the weatherman said last night.
Mr. Brown is in hospital again.
Is he? He's never been healthy.
When I went to see him yesterday, he looked rather pale.
I'm afraid he won't make old bones. The May holiday is coming up soon. Are you planning on going on vacation?
I am. I just went to the travel agents and picked up these brochures.
Where are you planning on going?
I fancy going to Tibet for a few days. Have you ever been there?
I went a long time ago, before they built the new train that can take you there.
Would you recommend going there for a few days?
Personally, I think it'd be better to go when you have more time. A few days isn't really enough to get acclimatize yourself and to go on a few excursions outside of the capital.
You're probably right. What do you think about Yangshuo?
It's a beautiful city, but I think it's become too touristy. How about going to a cosmopolitan city like Shanghai or Hong Kong?
I'd like to get away from the big city life.
Maybe you should consider going to a hot springs resort outside of Beijing. I heard they are very relaxing.
I guess if I only have a few days, I should probably think about going somewhere that isn't far away.
Since the May holiday is the high season, you should probably call ahead to reserve a room. Here's the phone number.
Thanks. I'll give them a call later.
Can you speak Japanese?
Yes, I can, but not very well.
Where did you learn it?
At school, and I'm still learning it now.
How long have you been learning it?
About 3 years.
Can you speak any other languages?
I'm afraid not.
You have been here for how long? 4 months now?
Yeah, about.
Do you know Chinese better now?
Oh, definitely. I remember, when I first arrived in Guangzhou, my girlfriend was haggling with a sales clerk over the price of a mobile phone.
Oh, yeah. Many Chinese like to bargain. It happens almost everywhere.
I mean, I understand that. But the speed of the conversation got faster and faster, until it seemed to me that they would fight. My perception of the tone was that it was a violent shouting match. The truth was that it was a perfectly normal conversation.
A shouting match? You're so funny. You must be exaggerating. I don't believe it.
I am not exaggerating at all. I'm telling you the truth. That was how I felt at that time.
Yes, perhaps. Chinese usually don't notice that sort of thing. Maybe it's quite natural to us.
Yes, absolutely true.
Thank God. I am finished writing that service guide. It took me forever.
When did you finish?
This morning. No more overtime, and no more headaches.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Have a cup of coffee.
I'll talk to you later.
What's the rush?
I have to get off the phone now.
I'm not ready to get off the phone with you.
There are other things I need to take care of.
What is it that you need to do?
Please don't be nosy.
I'm not being nosy, it's just a question.
You don't need to worry about that.
That was mean to say.
I am very sorry, but I must go.
I guess.
I am sorry. I've left my disc at home.
Thank you all the same.
Said Janet. Do you do any sports?
Well, I go to the gym a lot. I am a member of a gym nearby.
Yeah. How often do you go?
About 3 times a week if I can.
Not bad. Do you do any other sports?
Not really. I'd really like to try golf, though.
How do you like this waltz?
It's very nice. I like it very much.
Well, then, may I invite you for the first dance?
My pleasure. But I'm afraid I'm not much of a dancer, and I suppose you dance often.
Me? Oh, no. In fact, I took up dancing quite recently.
Oh, really? But you're doing the waltz wonderfully well.
I'm glad you say so. You dance beautifully too. It's lucky that I got a partner.
Thank you for your compliments. It's just that you are a good leader. Do you like the foxtrot and tango?
Yes. And what dances do you do best?
Disco is my favorite. I like it better than any other dances because it can release one's pent-up feelings, and is a healthy exercise. But I don't do the rock and roll and the break dance.
Oh, well, the music has stopped. Thank you for the dance.
My pleasure. Let's go and have a drink.
Fine. I can't believe my English teacher is making me read Pride and Prejudice.
Why not? It's a classic. In fact, it's one of my favorite novels.
But it's so old.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Do you know what it's about?
No, not at all.
First of all, it's a romance novel, set in the early 19th century.
I didn't realize it was a romance novel. What's the main storyline?
It's basically about a father who tried to marry off one of his 5 girls.
Why does he want to do that?
Since he doesn't have a son, he hopes that one of the girls will marry a wealthy man. That way, all of his daughters will be cared for.
Won't they get his inheritance?
No, that's the problem. Though they are well off, once he dies, his house will go to his cousin. So, when he dies, the girls will have nothing.
I see. This sounds interesting. Maybe my teacher isn't so horrible after all.
So, are you going to read the novel or watch the movie?
There's movie? My teacher didn't tell me that.
That's probably because she wants you to read the book first.
It would take a lot less time.
How about this? When you finish the book, I'll get the movie and watch it with you.
Okay, that sounds like a deal.
Do you know who's just got married? Old MacDonald.
Never. He's over 80, isn't he?
He's nearly 90.
Good gracious. Are you sure?
I am. What's more, his wife is 84.
Is she really?
Yes, she is. And guess what? He is her 6th husband.
Really? Quite a woman, isn't she? At their last meeting, the stockholders voted unanimously to block the merger of our company with Blycor. All the executive committee was in favor of the merger. I don't understand how the stockholders could have so much power to throw a wrench in the plans.
If they all unite on a certain issue, it's the stockholders who have the final say. You'd think it might be our CEO or the workers, but in fact, the stockholders control the money, so they have the most power.
Is it really that simple? It doesn't seem very efficient to run things that way.
It might not be the most efficient, but if you think about it, it makes pretty good sense. The stockholders are our investors. They own the capital in our company, so they should have say about what is done with the company.
I guess I'd buy that.
Hey, there's Leo. I wonder why he's walking arm in arm with that young woman.
It's as plain as the nose on your face. They're dating each other.
You're pulling my leg. She must be 30 years younger than Leo. Talk about robbing the cradle.
Well, you can bet this relationship's going to be a flash in the pan.
It must have been love at first sight, because I know he didn't have a girlfriend last week.
I think you are absolutely right. Actually, my father proposed to my mother after knowing her only 2 weeks. They got married a month later. Do you like swimming?
Yes, swimming is one of my most favorite sports, indoors or outdoors.
Me too. Swimming is a very good exercise for health. It combines water, bath, sunbathe, and air bath together. It promotes the growth and healness of muscles, bone, viscera, and nerve systems.
I have never thought that swimming can bring us so many benefits. I only know that swimming in great waves and deep running water can train people's spirits, and enable people to be fearless of the hardships, dangers and difficulties and become brave and staunch.
Have you ever swum in a river or a lake?
Yes, but not always. However, I won't let it go if I have a chance.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.